What if I told you that one of the most powerful tools for protecting your brain wasn't in some high-tech lab, but is probably sitting in your kitchen pantry right now? Today, we are going to dive into the science behind a total household staple and its incredible connection to our cognitive health.
But here's the real question we need to tackle. That nice bottle of olive oil you spent good money on for all its amazing health benefits, could you be accidentally destroying them before that oil even makes it to your salad? Well, let's find out. So to really get why this is such a big deal, we first need to look at this fascinating and pretty new field of science that connects what we eat directly to how we think and how we feel.
It's called nutritional psychiatry. And no, this isn't some wellness trend. This is a serious evidence-based field that's all about figuring out how specific foods and nutrients can actually help prevent mental health issues and protect our brain's overall function. It's totally changing how we see the link between our plates and our minds.
Okay, so a huge part of this research is looking at the difference between two major diets. On one side, you've got the typical Western diet, which we now know is pro-inflammatory. But on the other, you have the Mediterranean diet. It's packed with vegetables, fruits, and its absolute cornerstone, olive oil. Its real superpower is its anti-inflammatory effect, which is absolutely critical for keeping our brains healthy.
All right, so let's zoom in on that cornerstone, because it's not just the olive oil itself, but a very specific, incredibly powerful compound inside it that's doing all the heavy lifting for our health.
Say hello to polyphenols. These are compounds that occur naturally in olives, and they do a few really important jobs. They give high-quality olive oil that distinct peppery flavor, they act as really powerful antioxidants, and, this is key, they actually stop the oil itself from going bad.
So how do we even know how powerful an oil is? Well, labs measure its polyphenol concentration in something called parts per million, or ppm. Anything over 300 ppm is considered really high. Just for some perspective, one top-tier 2024 extra virgin olive oil, EVOO, came in at an awesome 428 ppm. That number is a direct measure of its antioxidant firepower.
Now, this is where it gets really cool. These polyphenols play this incredible dual role. Just think of them as tiny bodyguards. Inside your body, they're on patrol, fighting off oxidative stress. But inside the bottle, they're also fighting oxidation, protecting the oil from spoiling and, you guessed it, preserving the very health benefits you bought it for in the first place. It's just a brilliant piece of natural engineering.
But, and this is a big but, these powerful little bodyguards, they're surprisingly vulnerable. Turns out there are 3 common enemies lurking in pretty much every kitchen that can totally wipe them out, turning your powerhouse oil into, well, a health dud.
Okay, enemy number 1, light. And the damage it does is, honestly, shocking. A 2004 study found that after just 2 months of exposure to normal light, like you'd find on a grocery store shelf or your kitchen counter, an olive oil can be so damaged that it wouldn't even legally qualify as extra virgin anymore. Wild, right? Next up, enemy number 2, oxygen. We're talking about plain old air. When air gets to the oil, it kicks off oxidation. That's the chemical process that makes fats go rancid. It doesn't just ruin the taste, it completely cancels out the health benefits of the polyphenols before you even get a chance to use them. And our third and final enemy is heat. Olive oil is kind of like Goldilocks. It needs the temperature to be just right. That sweet spot is between 57 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So that habit of keeping your oil right next to the stove, yeah, that's actually one of the worst things you can do, because it's just speeding up its destruction.
Okay, so we've met the villains. The good news? Fighting back is actually super simple. It all comes down to a few easy tweaks in how you store your oil.
Here is your 4-step protection plan. It's easy. Step 1, store your oil in a cool, dark cupboard. Get it away from windows and definitely away from the stove. Step 2, always seal the bottle up tight after you use it. Keep that oxygen out. Step 3, when you're shopping, go for the opaque or really dark glass bottles that block the light. And step 4, ditch those pretty tabletop cruets. I know they look nice, but they're exposing the oil to light and air. Its 2 worst enemies. And believe me, the bottle you choose matters way more than you probably think. Opaque glass is, without a doubt, the best choice. It blocks light, it's way more sustainable, and you don't have to worry about chemicals leaching into your oil. On the other hand, research shows that plastic bottles can contain things like PFAs, the forever chemicals, and phthalates, which can potentially seep into the oil, and then into you. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Even lifestyle experts like Martha Stewart are on this. She specifically warns against those decorative cruets. As she puts it, they might look pretty, but they provide far too much exposure to oxygen, and that just ruins the oil.
All right, we've talked a lot about protecting these polyphenols. So now let's get to the big payoff. What does all this effort actually do for your brain?
The proof for these brain benefits, it's really solid. What you're looking at here is a flowchart from a huge scientific review in 2023. This chart basically shows you how scientists combed through hundreds of studies to find only the best of the best. I mean, they started with over 900 different papers and painstakingly narrowed it down to the 11 strongest studies, including the gold standard of research, randomized controlled trials, to get a super clear, reliable picture of what olive oil does to our minds.
And what they found was pretty amazing and incredibly consistent. The review concluded that regular olive oil consumption helps boost overall cognitive function, and, maybe even more importantly, it slows down the rate of cognitive decline as we get older. To get specific, it was linked to better visual memory, better verbal fluency, and a lower risk of developing something called mild cognitive impairment. So when you boil it all down, it comes to this. That bottle of extra virgin olive oil in your kitchen isn't just another cooking ingredient. It is a powerful, research-backed brain food. So the only real question left is, are you treating it like one?